Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nao Tokuda presenting on how can we preserve cultural heritage while integrating two different cultures into a historical environment. Please, Nao, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Gamajova. Thank you. It means a lot. My name is Nao Tokuda. I'm an interior designer from Japan. Currently, I'm based in Tbilisi, Georgia. But I was born and raised in Japan, and I started my career as an interior designer in Tokyo for 10 years. And also, I spent many years in Europe because I moved to Copenhagen, Denmark. And I was working for a Danish architecture studio in Copenhagen for 5 years. And then I moved here in Tbilisi from Copenhagen, and I started my own interior design company called Design Studio NAO. Today, I would like to present you our very, very special project called Tea House 5.8. This project was our first project in Georgia, in the heart of old Tbilisi, very, very historical area. And as you can see, this picture, it was a ruin. And the biggest challenge was here to renovate a historical ruin into something very, very meaningful, because this space has been empty and useless for many, many years. So we wanted to give a second life into an abandoned space over here. So this historical Georgian ruin transformed into a Japanese tea house while respecting a building's own unique charm. Challenge was introducing a Japanese cultural icon into the heart of old Tbilisi with a nod to Georgian cultures and the historical environment. So today I want to speak about how we actually did it and how we integrated two different cultures, which are Japanese and Georgian, into a small space. So let's go through one by one from the location. So as you can see, this Tbilisi map. So here you can see the green point in the middle. This is our project location. It's really, really in the heart of old Tbilisi. And I would say this is one of the most historical districts in Tbilisi. And this property actually belonged to a Japanese community space called Uzu House, a place where Japanese and Georgian people could gather together and connect each other. So inspired by this cultural exchange, we proposed the idea of incorporating Japanese-style tea room in the property while respecting Georgian cultures and historical environment. So as you can see, this picture is before the renovation, and it's a property picture. So this property was surrounded by a historical wall like this from 19th century. And we just thought this is amazing condition, and it's really beautiful. It looks like an art piece and a structure from the past. It has already a strong message from the past. So what we did here is that, we decided not to touch exterior condition as much as possible. And we focused on interior renovation over here, this space. And we thought that would be very, very enough. So in other words, so this amazing exterior condition should be integrated with the new design concept. And it's a part of our new design solution. So that's why we came up with an idea of making a very, very strong contrast between outside and the inside. So from outside, we thought it should be exactly like this. It looks like an ancient ruin. But once if you go inside, step inside, you would see a cool, modern Japanese tea room. And we thought this kind of strong contrast would be a very, very cool challenge. So this is the interior picture before the renovation. It was a very, very dirty like this, and it's been useless for many, many years. It needed a lot of effort and time. But somehow we did it like this way. And to reach this interior design goal, actually, we held a design workshop to brainstorm idea with the local Georgian architecture students and young architects to design, to develop the interior design concept based on the local perspective. So we just thought, we need a local opinion from Georgian people. That's why we organized a design workshop together before the interior renovation construction. So this is a picture of the workshop. Over 2 weeks, we discussed many times the ways to protect the traditional Georgian environment while incorporating the elements of Japanese culture into the historical site. And as I remember, all the participants are Georgian, and 15 or 16 or even 70 people were participants. And we just divided into a few groups, and each group presented interior renovation plan. And we just picked a good idea from each group, and we wrapped up the final design. That's how we collaborated. So this collaboration contributed a lot to the final design, actually. So through the workshop, we reached one conclusion that it's really, really important to keep the existing amazing condition as much as possible, including the building's lateral tilt of 5.8 degrees. As you see this picture, the building was lateral tilted like this. So from which the tea house gets its name, tea house 5.8. So this building tilted 5.8 degrees. We thought this is the Georgian charm, and it's a part of the history. The history made this tilted angle. So that's why we decided to preserve whole things. And we just inserted a new portion into the tilted building over here. So this is a horizontal floor line. And in addition, we also made a horizontal ceiling line over here into the tilted old building. That's why you can see a triangle shape over here and over here too. And these triangles actually emphasize our design concept very, very well. I think it's also about old and new, the contrast. Also, we took inspiration from this statue. It's a symbol of Georgia. It's called Mother of Georgia. And she's actually grabbing an old wine glass like this. And we took inspiration from the statue, and we made a actually table like this. This idea actually came from a workshop too, and one of our participants came up with this idea, and we thought it's a really, really cool idea. So that's why we made a table as a centerpiece like this. So we took a hint from Georgian element, and we placed it in the middle. And as you can see over here, the brick tiles, it was covered by ugly gypsum board. So that's why we took it away, and we removed, and we exposed historical Georgian red bricks from 19th century. Somehow, as you see this picture, maybe you might think it's very, very Japanese, but also at the same time, we took inspiration from Georgian elements, from many elements. The table is one of the good example. We took inspiration from Mother of Georgia, old wine glass, and we exposed historical Georgian red bricks. And somehow, this material combination worked very well. And yeah, next page. Another interior picture of the after the renovation. So regarding the floor, we used Japanese traditional floor mat called tatami. Tatami is a very, very traditional Japanese floor mat made by dry plants. It's a woven, it's a knitted. It was really, really hard to find them in local markets, so we actually ordered in Japan, and we imported from Japan. But otherwise, we tried our best to find other materials in the local market because we thought it's very, very important for sustainability. So we hang the iconic Japanese lamp from the ceiling. It's a rice paper pendant, but we found it in the local market. And here we have a bamboo screen. That's also, we could find it in the local market. So we tried our best to find materials from the local market, except for the tatami. We had to export from the Japan, but otherwise, yeah, we stick to the local material concept. And again, this is the exterior picture. It looks like before the renovation, but actually it's after renovation. And that's the whole concept. So we made this kind of unfinished look finish on purpose. We did it intentionally because that's the whole concept. So it still looks like an ancient ruin, but if you go step inside, we have a modern concept tea room vibe. You can feel the modern concept Japanese tea room vibe in the inside. And also we developed the lighting concept too. We decided to install the strip light over here to emphasize the historical Georgian brick from 19th century. Yeah, so this is how we integrated two different cultures, Japanese and Georgian cultures, into a small space. And this is how we gave a second life into abandoned space. So beyond its function as a workshop and a site of physical transformation, the project evolved into a meaningful collaboration between Georgian and Japanese people. And I just thought in Georgia, we have this kind of empty, abandoned buildings everywhere. So we are hoping that this kind of design solution could be one of the good examples of how we use empty ruin into something meaningful, how we exchange the function of the empty space into something meaningful. And the last page, actually we have a short video clip about the project, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Could you play the video? Thank you so much, Didi Madrova.